I got some lights. I got a better camera. Hopefully you guys can hear me, but we'll wait till people start trickling in and we'll get your guys' questions answered. So um, leave a thumbs up on this video, and I'm excited to answer your guys' questions. I know a lot of people enjoyed the one yesterday, and so that's why I decided to do one today, and I'm looking forward to it. So drop a question down below in the chat, and I'm more than happy to help you guys. Also, let me know where you guys are tuning in from. I like hearing where you're from. I have a lot of students in Australia and Europe, a few in Hawaii, throughout the United States as well. So it's super cool to see where everyone is from. So Rochester, New York. It's getting a little late over there, 9:30. All right, people are finally starting to trickle in. I'm going to post real quick on Instagram and just let everyone know that we're doing the live. Let me get a picture of the setup. All right, we're going live right now, so check out the channel and make sure to join us. Here we are. We got 14 people so far. All right, sweet. Here they're starting to come in. We got people from Missouri, Orlando, Florida, Madison, Wisconsin, Ukraine. That's Europe. That's awesome. Northern California. We got St. Martin in the Caribbean. That's freaking sick. I was just over there in the Caribbean. Went to Coco Cay, Bahamas, and then different parts of Mexico, and then Roatan, Honduras, Florida, Ohio, California, Boston, Detroit. I'm from Mexico, living in Texas, Portage, Wisconsin, Vietnam. Man, this is honestly why I love doing what I do. I mean, you see there's people from literally the entire world tuning in, taking advantage of this business model, Amazon FBA. It's crazy how the internet works, social media. And then not only that, how you can create an online business from your laptop as long as you have connection to Wi-Fi. So it's kind of cool to just see where everyone is from, different backgrounds, different ages, different genders. I mean, anyone and everyone can sell on Amazon if they really want to. So that's what's kind of cool about it. All right, so here, let's see if there's some questions stated. Going through your training material this week to be ready launching in January. Thank you for everything you're doing. Appreciate that, Jeremy. And on that note, make sure to, if you guys are serious about Amazon and want to enroll in my Amazon Champion program, the prices are going up December 2nd. So make sure to look out for that. And if you're kind of on the fence, maybe that's what's going to help you get over the hump. Because December 2nd, my prices do go up in price. So just be aware of that. That's kind of my Black Friday, Cyber Monday deal before the prices go up. So check out that. It's amzchampions.com. And then I'll also include a link along with this video. And then also in my other videos, I have links to the course. And then also in my Instagram, I have links to that as well. So make sure to get signed up if you guys are wanting to take advantage of that. All right, let's see. Any questions you guys have? If we already purchased your training, will we get the new updated content as well? Absolutely. That's what I say. You come in right now, you get updates for life. If I increase the price, if I add new content, you're automatically updated with that content, and you don't have to pay anything extra. So you're basically paying the $397 for the value of $1,000, and then as I increase the prices, as I update it continuously, you are always getting the most up-to-date video. So don't worry about that. Thoughts on selling keychain on FBA? There's tons of, I mean, keychain. That's a pretty wide like keyword. Depends on the keychain that you're selling. I'd have to look at it. I don't know. Keychain is a pretty broad keyword. say you have a very giftable item, how much more inventory should you have for November, December? This is honestly the hardest part about Q4 and Amazon in general is gauging inventory. Sometimes you do good, and other times it's like, oh shoot, I should have ordered more inventory. So for me, I like, for example, one of my products I sell like 30, 40 units on average. Um, a day during the year, and then Christmas time during Q4, it is like 400, 500 units us every single day. So that's like 10x, and some people have that, other people don't, and it also depends on the product and your ranking. So like the keywords that I'm ranking for are being searched a ton um, during Christmas. So that's another thing that you kind of have to take into account as well. All right. Question: can I use the UPC code bought on eBay for FBA private label, or do I have to use a GS1 code? So eBay, I don't know about buying barcodes on eBay. I've never bought them on eBay. I bought them through like Barcodes Mania, and I've also bought them through the GS1 like official site. Both of them have worked perfectly fine, and I've actually made videos breaking down kind of UPC barcodes and what are the requirements. And as far as what I've read in Amazon's terms of service, it is fine to use the ones like from Barcodes Mania, but that's kind of you to decide inside Amazon's terms of service. So just read through that, watch that video, and then you can decide what code you want to use. The GS1, you have the yearly fee of $50, and then you have to pay like $500 for 10 barcodes. So it's a little pricey, where on other ones you can get them for like $2-3 a barcode. How long do you plan to sell on Amazon? I plan to sell on Amazon as long as I can. I'd like to sell my business. That's kind of why I opened up a second seller account. Maybe sell one of my accounts, try to have an exit of $1 million or a couple million, and then basically redo the process and just keep launching new products and opening up new accounts and just basically repeating the process. Once you understand the process, it's fairly easy to duplicate it. It's just kind of the learning curve. So for those that are new, I went through the same issues. It's a learning curve. It takes some time to kind of go through the process, but once you do, you can replicate it fairly easily. Also, if you guys are enjoying, leave a thumbs up. We got 36 people on here, so I appreciate you guys jumping on with me. It's super fun to talk and have a different kind of, I guess, way of communication instead of like just YouTube videos and then on Facebook or through Instagram. It's kind of fun to go live. So yesterday, it was my first time. I had fun, and I was like, why not do it again? Let's see if we got other questions. Is it hard to get into Vendor Central? Honestly, I've heard about it. I heard that Amazon was basically closing down that side of thing. So I'm not super familiar with it because I don't have access to it. It'd be nice to, but I don't know much about Vendor Central. How much would you say I need to save to launch in January 2020? Ballpark figure, of course. So that's dependent on the product that you pick. So there's products that you can find that you can launch for less than $1,000, but then there's other products that you're going to need $5, $10, $20, $30,000. So it just kind of depends on the products that you find. Obviously, the more money you have, it doesn't quite limit your criteria and the products that you're finding, the product selection. So the less money you have, the less options, and your product selection goes down a little bit. But I would say January 2020, I mean, I just launched a product for under $1,000. So I think you could do that, but comfortably 1,500 to 3K, you could easily get a product launched, no problem. And that's including like buying my course, buying PPC, even having some money to reorder product. I mean, if you have 3K, that's plenty. FBA shipment checked in is is a lot less than what I sent. So give it some time, and Amazon may update it. Sometimes it takes a little bit, and if they did mess up, then you have to reach out to them and you can send them the tracking number and then they'll reimburse you for the lost inventory. So just keep an eye on that out on that. It may change. Sometimes, especially during the season, the holiday season, it gets a little crazy. And so some gets checked in quicker than other inventory. So just, I wouldn't worry about it too much unless it's been like 6 months ago. If it was 6 months ago, you need to figure it out. All right, here we go. What is a good MOQ to go for if it's your first time? That's a really good question. For me, when I first started, I was ordering 100, 200, 300 units. I was just trying to get my feet wet and understand the process. And once I understood the process, that's where I kind of took the leap and started ordering 500 units and 1,000 units. So, and then it also depends on the supplier and the product. Um, I mean, if you're looking to launch a product that's selling 20, 30, 40, even let's say 100 units a day, you need to order a lot more inventory. So it depends on the demand of the product. If it's not a crazy demand product, which I would recommend going after, not a super competitive, like insane home run product I talk about in the course, like a home run product versus single. If you're going for these single products that aren't doing 50,000 a month, that aren't being searched 100,000 times plus per month and just crazy competition, then you can deal with ordering a little bit um, less units. So your minimum order quantity doesn't have to be like 1,000. Okay, so that it just, again, it depends on the circumstance, it depends on the product, and it depends on the demand and the competition of that product. And also, if you're customizing that product too much, a lot of times the factories and the suppliers, they actually require a higher minimum order. So there's a lot that go into that. So it just kind of depends. Bro, why is Q4 is so hard for new sellers? Um, honestly, I didn't. Maybe I'm wrong. I haven't noticed that. I mean, my first Q4, when I was a new seller, it went really good. So not sure if that's just your situation. Maybe that's across the board. I'm not sure. I haven't heard of that. Um, I think Q4 is some of the best times to start selling, in my opinion. How do you prepare for the upcoming recession? I don't even think about that. I'm optimistic. Yeah, it could happen, but I'm just doing what I do and not worrying about that. I'm just worrying about right now, and yeah, it's eventually going to come, and I guess preparing for it, ways that I am, but at the same time, I'm not really thinking about it. I'm investing my money. I'm just being smart with my money. I'm not dropping a bunch of money on stupid things. Um, and I have a lot of money in different investments that are going extremely well. So just diversifying my income so that if something does go down, if there is a recession, I still have some sources of income. And then also I have money saved up, and I could get through like a year without being paid. So those are some things that I guess I'm doing without really worrying about the recession. But I'm optimistic. Your second live video is great quality. Thank you. I have lights, and I changed the backdrop as well. So I'm in my office, and I actually kind of prepared for it. Where last time, yesterday, I was just like, I was just sitting on the couch watching TV, and I was like, you know what? Screw watching TV. Let's just go live and see how it goes. And it turned out well. So I hope you guys enjoy this. And if you are, again, leave a thumbs up. I appreciate it. And also don't forget to subscribe and join the free Amazon Champion Facebook group. Let's see. I don't want to miss any questions. I know there's a lot coming in. Let's see. Trying to find. Do tariffs impact your products? Um, Actually, some of them, yes, I have some tariffs on them, but they're not crazy. And you'll come to find out when you work with the suppliers or a freight forwarder, which most of the time I just work with the supplier and they do the shipping for me. They actually find ways to kind of avoid that. So in one circumstance with one of my products, I ordered like 15,000 units, and that's a bunch of boxes. Like that's a lot of boxes. And so instead of ordering instead of shipping all 15,000 units at one time, they basically spaced it out and they send like 900 units a day, which is like 2, 3 boxes, 2, 3, 4 boxes at a time. And for whatever reason, this supplier has worked out something that it doesn't get flagged, and I haven't paid tariffs on that product. Now it depends on the product as well, the product type, and there's all sorts of different regulations. And the best person to ask would be the supplier that you're talking with. So hasn't impacted me all that much actually. So knock on wood, things have been going good with that. Bro, why is bro, why quarter 4 is so hard for new sellers? I I I don't think it is. I think it's the best time to launch. What tools do you use for product research? Helium 10. I talk about Helium 10 in all my videos, on the channel in my course, and I talked about this yesterday. I use Helium 10 to verify. I don't necessarily use them to find products. I get creative and find products using just random techniques that other people aren't using, and I teach a lot of that in the course. And it's just honestly thinking outside the box, getting creative, and not doing what everyone else is doing. So a lot of times people are using like uh, the Jungle Scout web app or Helium 10 black box. Great, great strategies, great techniques on finding products. But what happens is you're finding the same products as everyone else. So get creative, think of other things. One of the most underrated strategies is just have Amazon constantly on your mind. Like when I'm going to the grocery store, if I'm at the mall, if I'm on Instagram or Facebook, anytime I get a Facebook or Instagram ad, I'm thinking, hey, does this have potential to sell on Amazon? And if it does, if it looks like it is an interesting product, I go in and I jot it down. I have a little notes in my phone with future products, and I write it down real quick. And then when I do have time, then I go back and search it. So just everyday life, when you're out and about talking with friends and family, you'll be surprised at how many products just around you, in your house, in your friend's house, on Instagram and Facebook ads, at the store. Just look and be like, oh, this could have potential, and then just go search it. And that's a great way as well. And that's actually how I've found all my products in the last 6 months. I haven't really looked. I just am looking kind of throughout my daily routine, and I found great products doing that. So just try to change your mindset, and that's kind of the best thing that you could do to do product research, but not feel like you're sitting at your computer for 20 hours. Super underrated strategy. Is it better to have all products in your store in the same niche, or different products from different niches? Honestly, I guess it depends on your long-term strategy. If you're looking to like build a legit brand and have an exit, like sell your company down 3, 4 years down the road, it would be better to have them all in the same category, kind of the same brand. But for me, when I first started, I launched 5 different products in 5 different categories, completely separate brands with completely separate brand names. And basically, the one that took off, I built around that main product. So once you get one that's going good, then you can see how you can build around it. And that was kind of my strategy. And at the end of the day, there's not really a right or wrong way. So, yeah, I mean, you can, but it just depends. Let's see. We got 46 people on here. That's almost double than from yesterday. So I appreciate you guys tuning in. And we've already been going for 20 minutes. Let's see. I can definitely do 1,500. Not sure, 1,500 units or 1,500 bucks. Oh yeah, 1,500 bucks. I want to grow my FBA channel. Any tips? It's all about trying to be genuine and transparent. There's so much just BS out there, a lot of garbage, people trying to teach that actually don't sell on Amazon themselves. So the biggest thing for me was trying to just more so focus on my FBA business and build that. And once my FBA business really started taking off, that's kind of at the same time my YouTube channel started taking off as well. But along with that, I was being really, really consistent with YouTube, and that's the hardest thing. And that's what a lot of people don't understand is how much time these videos do take to make and how much time it does take to edit a video. And I mean, for the first year, I didn't see much results on my channel, but little by little it started growing, and I'm still not where I want to be, but it's just kind of a grind, and it's the long term strategy. And that's the same thing with Amazon. You can't just expect it 1 month doing 20K a month um, profit. It just slowly you build to that point. What's up, Zach? Welcome. Let's see, Tim, can you touch a little on position and organic keyword rank? What is a good range for monthly search volume? Trying to pick a first product. So monthly search volume, anything over like 600 per month is a decent search. But when I'm looking at search volume, I like having like maybe 3 or 4, like at like 2,000, 1,500. And if there's some that are more than that, like 10,000, 20,000, those are probably competitive, but maybe you found a product that there's searches of 20,000 and it's not crazy competitive. And if you can do that, then that's a really good. But if you have 10 solid keywords, and when I say solid keywords, that means they're very targeted towards your specific product, then that has a lot of good potential. So 10 keywords, and all those 10 are over like 600 search volume, and you have a few like 2 or 3 that are like 5,000, 3,000. That's really good keyword search volume. And organic rank position, I was kind of explaining to you this over a message, but what on, like, for example, the Helium 10 Cerebro tool, we do the filter of 1 to 16, and that organic position rank is just where they're showing on the first page. So right after the sponsored ads, there's a product, and that's or the organic position of that product. So right after the sponsored ads, there's a product that's the first organic position rank, and then the product after that, that's the second, and then the product after that, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, all the way down. And depending on the category, it can range from like 16 position ranks on the first page. It could be 24, it could be 48. So it just depends. That's the organic rank and position. Hopefully that makes sense. Bro, you back. Nice to see you again. Hey, appreciate you joining in again. Let's see. Trevin, retail arbitrage, how would someone get started on a smaller scale, especially if they are using this to start FBA? So I mean, retail arbitrage is FBA. You're using the fulfillment by Amazon system. It's a different model where it's not private label, it's just retail arbitrage. So you're still leveraging the fulfillment by Amazon. It's just you're going to the stores and scanning items. And the biggest thing, I'm not super big into arbitrage, but my brother has been doing it, and he just goes to stores, Walmart, Target. You could even go to some thrift stores, and you can just find products and you just scan them. You use your phone, you scan them, and then you see if you can be profitable, and then you send them into Amazon, and you just kind of repeat the process. So I'm not super into arbitrage, but that's basically my advice is just start scanning products. Let's see, I started with FBA with $300. And honestly, it's 100% possible. Especially retail arbitrage, you can start with $10, and you could get 10 units and send that in, and slowly flip that and grow that to a multiple 6-figure business. Now, I don't say that lightly. It's going to take a lot of time and effort to start with the less capital. You have to reinvest profits, and a lot of times people ask, "Oh, when can I take money out of the business?" And the thing with Amazon is managing cash flow. And if you don't have money to reinvest in new inventory and new products, more units, making that next order so you don't run out of stock, it gets really difficult. And running out of stock can just like destroy your rank, and it hurts. So just have that in mind as well. Buy from Walmart. and sell high on Amazon. Yep, buy low, sell high. That's retail arbitrage, and that's private label as well. You're just kind of developing a product, making it a little bit better, and putting your own brand on it. Let's see. Can you sell digital products instead of actual items you touch? Digital products on Amazon, I'm not sure the process on how that goes. I mean, I know there's like audiobooks. There's also like the Kindle publisher. I actually looked into that like a year ago and I was going to do that, but it just was taking some time and the return wasn't crazy. But yes, you can sell digital products. Like you write your own ebook and you can publish that in Kindle. And there's strategy to ranking it just like ranking a product on with private label. So yeah, you can sell digital products. Amazon just deleted a lot of my reviews. Any advice? Is there a way to get them back? I'm sorry, there's not a way to get them back unless it was a mistake on Amazon's part, but more than likely, uh, now I don't know your situation and I'm not jumping to conclusions, but more than likely you're manipulating Amazon's reviews and they decided that they weren't legit, so they took them away. And I just be thankful that they didn't take away your account. Can you sell 3D prints on FBA? Like 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 for example like these posters or like what do you mean 3D prints, like just like printables where they download the prints? um I don't know. I know there's a lot of those on like Etsy, for example, so maybe that would be your platform of choice. Can you rank by undercutting and taking a lesser margin? I hate that strategy. You just end up killing yourself in the long run, and that's not the long-term strategy, because what happens is they're just going to drop their prices along with you, and then you're going to get a Chinese seller who has way better margins than you do that will drop their price $20 and make 10 cents a unit and be fine with it. So that's not my strategy. I don't like cutting people. I'll come in at the same price and offer something of more value. Absolutely, that's a great way to rank and to be different and to really take your business to that next level. How do you create a listing on Amazon? So I have videos on that. That may be for another time. And I have that in my course. And I would recommend, if you're just hearing about Amazon and you're not sure how to create a listing, I probably and you haven't been able to figure it out yourself, I would probably get some help. Um, but you just go to Amazon Seller Central, you go to catalog, you hit add product, you find the category, you click the category, and then you enter in your UPC code, you give it a title, you put the image on it, you put the description, the bullet points, and then the required information, and then you hit save, and that's how you created the listing. I know that was really quick, so not sure if you followed that, but let's see. Hey, Trevin, what is the longest that you would allow your supplier to take creating your product slash units? That's actually a really, really, really good question. The supplier's lead time is, and this is probably something that I should talk about more. So I'm glad that you brought that up. The lead time is crucial, especially if you're looking to start with 100 units or 300 units. If your manufacturer's lead time is like 45, 60 days, that's the worst idea that you could ever do, because what's going to happen is you're going to start selling. And if it starts selling good, you're going to run out of inventory, and then you're going to be out of stock for 40 days because it took that long to get back in stock. So for me, I like having like a month is like the max, where that includes the manufacturer time and then shipping by air. And then if you do shipping by sea, it could be like 45 days total. Now that's a little long, and it also again depends on how much money you have invested and how many units you're ordering. Obviously, the less units you're ordering, your lead time should be a lot less, because you need to be able to turn around, make that order, and get inventory and back in stock ASAP. So hopefully that kind of gives you some insight there. Good question though. Trevin shows you in his course. Let's see. Do you do giveaways or just PPC? So giveaways, I mean, it's funny. I was at the Helium 10 Elite event, and the giveaways method doesn't work all that great anymore. there's like rebates or mani chat. So like different ways to kind of do a giveaway. And I'm testing those different ways. But up until now, I've launched all my products just 100% via PPC, and then having like influencer marketing, maybe having like a little blogger post about it, just getting some traction and then getting a few reviews like that, and just slowly growing it. I mean, I was talking with, you guys probably know Alex. Um, when we were in California, we were talking about basically that exact thing. And most of the products that I launch in the first 1, 2 months, they don't go just crazy and make me 5, 10, 15K. They start out consistent, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9 sales a day. They slowly grow. And then on that third month, that's where I start doing like 3, 5, 6,000. And also sometimes it takes like 5 months, 6 months to get to that point. So just kind of, it depends when you're launching that, and don't just give up on a product after a month, 2 months. It sometimes takes 3 months to get a feel for if this product is actually going to succeed. It takes some time to get really ranked and stick to that rank, and then as you're sticking, you're building reviews, and the more reviews and the more keywords that you're ranking for, that's where your listing will just start to skyrocket. Do you have instructions for Chinese supplier to ship product to Amazon? So yeah, I talk about that. I have like a create a shipping plan video on the YouTube channel going through that process. And I go through that in my course, but in a nutshell on how to get your um, basically supplier to ship to Amazon is just saying, hey, I'm shipping to Amazon, and 99% of the suppliers and know the process of how to do that. It's just making sure that you don't leave out the little details like the box weight, the box size, the shipping address. So you need to know where you're shipping it from. And I explain all that in the YouTube video on how to create a shipping plan. And if you watch that, it will give you a really, really good idea of how you can ship from China to directly to Amazon. It's a little complex at first, but once you get it, it becomes really easy. And I remember my first time, I was kind of like, oh, this is kind of crazy, not even touching the products and just shipping it directly to Amazon. But I've done it hundreds of times now, and it works great. Hey, again from China. Hey, that's awesome, from China. Do you sell on Amazon? On my free period um, at uni, so spending the time to learn and grow my FBA. Q1, how do you run PPC reflectively? So Q1, obviously the demand of the products are not going to be anywhere like Q4, but people are still shopping. People buy things all the time, and that's just people love shopping on Amazon. I mean, they always need something. They're always looking for a birthday gift or an anniversary gift or a special event or something. People are always shopping. So don't think that just Q1's coming around and you're just not going to make any money. Now, they do drop, the sales drop quite a bit, but again, people are still shopping. So it'll be interesting. I'll kind of keep you guys updated with my sales. I mean, my sales are going really, really good right now. I'm selling a consistent 4 to 5K a day. And some days like 6, 10,000. So right now it's going really good. We'll see after Christmas. We'll see how much that drops. And that will kind of give you a feel for that as well. A listing is where you create your product page for your product. Let's see. Is there a checklist you could give us to follow from A to Z for the right way to do product research? So I have tons of PDF guides. Maybe I could release some. I just I mean, I don't want to. I want to help you guys as much as possible, but at the same time, the students that have paid for that, I want them to feel like that was just really valuable to them. So I have tons of PDFs breaking that down, and I have tons of videos on the channel as well, kind of basically what to look for in a product. Breaking down like a checklist. Um, maybe I'll look into doing something like that. I have tons of videos basically kind of breaking down, but in a quick nutshell, checklist for product research. You want to find a existing demand. That's Amazon. Amazon is a search platform. They're searching for something specifically. So you're not inventing, creating a new demand. You're finding an existing demand. So how you know the demand of a product, you need to understand keyword research. And my favorite tool is Helium 10 Cerebro. It will basically show you the search volume of those keywords. You find keywords that are being searched, like I was talking about, 600 plus per month, and you find 10 of those. And then you also have to look at the competitiveness. And if it's super crazy competitive and the people that you're trying to compete against have hundreds of thousands of reviews, that's going to be very difficult to go and launch a product with zero. So you need to look at the competition, and the best way that I look at the competition is the average reviews, and I get the average reviews from the Chrome extension. And then after that, I see how I can differentiate my product, how I can make it better, and then see if I can be profitable. And if I can be profitable, if I have the demand, the competition's low, I did something different and I'm profitable, then that's a really good product. So those are kind of the four main things. Yes, there's some other things, but those four things, if you can check those off, that's a really good product. Um, Really, I'll look into eBay UPCs, 1,000 for that price, can't go wrong. Do you use Helium 10? And if so, do you recommend it? Absolutely. I actually just went to the Helium 10 headquarters, met all the employees, uh, took a tour of the office. I mean, it's a legit company, guys. I went there. I know, like, they're just as it gets, and they're just basically running all the other software companies. They're just blowing right by them. They're just providing more value, better tools for better price, and also I have the coupon codes for 50% off, and then they're also running a Black Friday deal, which you can't beat. So in terms of the tools themselves, the data that you get and what they offer is incredible, and then not to mention the price, there's nothing even close to it. So absolutely, Helium 10 is the way to go. Um, let's see. Sorry, watch your videos from my mobile, and it's always autocorrects Q1 question one: how to run PPC effectively. Um, Running PPC effectively, that's a pretty open question. And the hard thing with PPC is there's no right or wrong way. Um, it's all about testing, trying different things, and yes, there's certain strategies that help you um, get better results, but it's all about testing certain keywords at certain bids. Your conversion is also going to go up once you have a lot of reviews. When you don't have as many reviews, your ACoS is going to be a little bit higher. So there's a lot of things that go into running PPC effectively, and what I'm excited for is Helium 10 is actually launching a PPC tool, so be on the lookout for that. And I'm going to be doing a lot of videos about that, and I'm actually going to be beta testing it. So that could be another great way of running PPC effectively. So look out for that. Are all of your products manufactured from China, or do you have created your own products? So they're manufactured in China, and a lot of them I've actually designed and created myself. So not like from scratch. I saw an existing product. So for example, like a phone case, and someone sees a phone case and they think of the idea of, oh, it would be cool to have a wallet on it. And so what did they do? They were like, hey, can you see if you can add a wallet to the phone case? And that's how those slowly started to be in demand and existent today. So it's finding a product and then reaching out to that supplier and then making little tweaks to it and creating something different and unique. And yes, I get those manufactured overseas in China. We need 100 people in here. That would be freaking awesome. We're at 70, so leave a thumbs up if you guys are watching. Leave that thumbs up button. Oh, we just lost one. Someone was like, oh, I'm out. Screw you, Trevin. There's always haters. Oh, now 68. Um, do you go for products that are under 15? I go for any products that are profitable and that I can be different with. I don't really have a price point. I am, as we speak, looking at products that are selling for like 50, 60, $70. But the thing with that is it does require more of an initial investment. So obviously the products that are selling for 15 bucks, um, your average cost of goods per unit is going to be a lot less than when you're selling a product that sells for 70. So it just depends on your budget. There's no right or wrong cookie cutter answer of, oh no, you need to sell products between $15 and 25 or $20 and 25. Honestly, I probably would avoid selling products under like $8, because at that point, unless you're just like ridiculously like profitable and you're selling like hundreds of thousands of units a month or a year, then maybe you would consider it. But $8 most, I wouldn't go below $8. It just doesn't become worth it to me. Let's see. Would you recommend starting out with a minimum viable product and build from there, or should I start with the final design? So if you're talking about like coming and launching a product that's like half done, I wouldn't recommend that. Complete the product, make it as good as you can, and launch the completed product. But if you're talking about like launching a product just to kind of get a feel for Amazon, then yes, I would recommend maybe doing that before you spend a bunch of money creating, getting a mold done for your product, and just kind of understand the process before you do invest a lot of money on kind of creating your own product from scratch. Just started waiting on Amazon to verify my account, have my product samples, and am in the process of taking professional photos and videos before shipping to the Amazon warehouse. That's awesome. That's great. You've made it a lot further than 90% of people do. One thing that I want to give you guys kind of some advice is, don't get discouraged. It's going to take some time. Just keep going. Don't compare yourselves to others, and just enjoy the process. That's my biggest advice to you guys. How about Jungle Scout? I'm not a fan of Jungle Scout anymore. When do you know when it's time to take an income or keep reinvesting, and what percentage of profit? I mean, right now, currently, I'm just taking out money when I need it. I don't have like a percentage. Now I'm living way below my means, even though some people may not think that. My month to month expenses is very, very minimal. My mortgage is super, super cheap. We don't eat out all that much. We don't waste our money on silly things. So I'm just trying to live below my means and saving as much money as I can. We're looking to get in a new house here in March, so we're going to be spending a chunk of change there. So in terms of reinvesting and what percentage of profit, just make sure you have money to reorder inventory. If you have enough cash to order enough inventory to last for 3 months, that would be ideal. And then if you have just enough cash that you don't have that problem of managing inventory, then that's where you can just start pulling out kind of as needed. So I don't have like a set percentage. I just kind of say, hey, I need some money. I'm going to pull it out. Let's see. Trevin has a link where you can get 50% off the first month. I do for Helium 10. I would recommend the Platinum plan. Honestly, the Platinum plan is the best. It's the best plan. It's $99, and then with my coupon code, 50% off for the first month, you can get it for 48 to kind of test it. But that's going to literally come with 20 plus tools and literally show you, and it comes with every single tool that you need to run an Amazon FBA business. And I'll make sure to include the link along with this video, and then I have links in other YouTube videos and on my Instagram as well. Let's see, if you have Trevin's course, the link will be there. I cannot say this enough. Trevin's course is genuine and authentic. When someone asks how I know this stuff, I refer them to his course. Dude, you're the man. And maybe I'll just talk about it right now and see what you guys think. This is something that I've been kind of working on, and that's having like an affiliate kind of plan or affiliate program. I don't know what to call that. Yeah, affiliate program for my course. So basically, anytime someone clicks your link or they use like your coupon code to access my course, I then give you a referral bonus just for basically referring my name. So if you guys are interested in doing that, I think I'm going to launch that. I have things kind of in place to do it for December 2nd, along with the updates there. So that would be, I don't know. What do you guys think about that? Doing an affiliate program for referring people to the course. How exactly did you get to two FBA accounts? So um, the main thing, and a lot of people are like, you can't have two FBA accounts. That's a lie. You can have two FBA accounts. Now there's a right and a wrong way to do it. The right way to do it is ask Amazon for permission. So you basically have to create a new business. You have to launch a complete separate line of products. So you can't compete with yourself. So you can't go out and launch the same products that you're already selling. And you have to have a reason for opening up a second seller account. So that was my reason, is I'm launching a different line of products. It doesn't quite match with this account, and I want the businesses to be separate, and they're completely different entities. And so that was my explanation, and Amazon it gave me approval, and that's how I was able to open up a second account. And for those that are in the course, I have like a super, super detailed PDF template, basically how I went through that whole process. And it's fairly easy to go through, message Amazon, and you just need to provide the information that they ask, and you can open up a second account. How long does it take to get the reviews in the early reviewer program after enrolling your product? So it depends. If you're selling 1 to 2 units a day, you may not get all those 5 reviews. They don't guarantee. They say up to 5 reviews, but they say a minimum of at least one. So you may get 1 review, you may get 2, you may get 5. It just depends, and it also depends on how many people are ordering your product, because the more people that order, the more chances you have of them taking the reviewer program and reviewing the process, reviewing your product. So it can take a couple weeks. It can take a month. It just depends on how many units you're selling per day. Trevin is the man, bro. We're going to make it. Is that a million cells, or yeah, million cells? Bro, you're doing good. Thank you. Hopefully you guys can hear me good. Hopefully the quality is better than yesterday. I have lights set up, and I got a new camera, like a better camera instead of my actual laptop camera. I just launched my first product and overspent on PPC. I sold around 10, 20 units a day, and now have almost 10 reviews, but without PPC, not getting any sales. So in my opinion, you didn't overspend on PPC. You're growing the product. You have 10 reviews. That it could go. It could be that the product isn't different enough, and it doesn't stand out as enough. But I don't think that you overspent. I mean, if you're getting 10 to 20 units a day, I think that's good. It's just trying to stand out, and I'm not sure your product, but that's kind of the key to success is you can get sales, but it's sticking and getting people to buy your product versus your competition. And that's why I talk about so much is, what is your unique selling point? How are you being different? That's key. I ordered $50 or $100 every day, so I keep getting products to Amazon. If you pull out your money just because you can, doesn't that have tax implications? Yes, of course. And as a single business owner, I don't have any employees. It's me. I own 100% of the business. I'm going to be taxed whether I take it out or leave it in the business. Yeah, there's certain write-offs that I can take, but regardless whether I take it out or leave it in the business, it's eventually going to get taxed. Is PPC a must-have if you already have the best keywords and are making some decent sales? Um, no. Y- But what I would recommend is stop targeting those keywords that you're ranked on the first page and target other keywords and get to the first page for those other keywords. So instead of having 10 keywords ranked on the first page, get 20, 30, have a goal of getting 100 keywords to the first page, whether it's being searched 200 times per month or 100,000 times per month. Just try to rank for as many keywords, and the more keywords you rank for, the more sales you're going to get. The price I paid for your course compared to now, wow, y'all better jump on it because it just keeps going up. Taylor, you're the man. You came in when it was like $50 or something, or like $100. Um, he's the OG. I appreciate you following along. Right, I see. Not to worry. Then, as always, with every country, it is always best to speak with an accountant. I agree. Um, Talk with a tax professional, and um, they'll help you out. And I have a meeting this next month, kind of getting all that situated. And yeah, taxes suck. I'll be honest, taxes suck, but that's just the way it is. Honestly, Taylor's right. Jump in. Thanks, Zach. I appreciate the testimonials, all the support. Do I need a product in a warehouse to create a listing? No, you don't. You can create product listing, and that's actually what I recommend people doing is create a product listing and get approved before you order the inventory. I made this mistake, and I've made it like 10 times. I swear I just don't learn. Um, but what happens is if you don't get approved and you just order the inventory and then create the listing, Amazon's gonna be like, "Oh, you can't sell this product," and then you're stuck with 500, 1,000 units, and it's no fun. So, um, no, you don't need to have the product before creating a listing. All you need to do to create a listing is you need to have a UPC barcode. Let's see, UK tax is a killer, but just means I need to find a high profit product. And that's the way that I'm looking at it is uh, I should be happy that I'm paying taxes because that means I'm making money. So yes, taxes are just a part of business. Yeah, it sucks paying a lot of money, but it's all good. Taylor, yes, sir. $50 well spent. All right. Any other questions, or did I skip any questions? We got 67 people on here. But only 20 thumbs up. Leave a thumbs up. I appreciate it. And I'll make sure to include all the links along with this video. If you guys haven't yet joined the Amazon Champion Facebook group, go join that group. There's tons of sellers. It's been fun to see that grow. We have like 1,800 members in there, and I try to answer as many questions as possible. But what's nice is there's other sellers that are successful selling on Amazon that answer questions as well. So it's a good community, and that's just what I'm trying to build is a community of like-minded sellers, an authentic, transparent community. I don't like any of this BS crap that's out there. I'm trying to stay away from that. So um, join the Facebook group. Any other questions? We've been on, it's crazy. We've been on here for 53 minutes, almost 54 minutes. We had a lot more people show up than yesterday. How often should I do these? Should I do these like every night? Should I do these once a week? Should I do it once a month? What do you guys think? Let's see. Have you had to liquidate a product that was not moving, which ended up racking insane Amazon warehouse fees? How did you go about it? Sometimes those products you just have to take the hit. I have so much inventory in my basement. Maybe I should just go like donate it. But I have like a bunch of car phone mounts just sitting in my basement. I have a bunch of like jewelry, tree stands, like mounts that hold jewelry. I have a bunch of those. I have a bunch of faucet extenders. I have a bunch of failed products sitting in my basement. So if any of you guys want any of those, hit me up. Do you offer just a one-on-one chat or email about strategy? I replied to my earlier message. In reply to my earlier message, I definitely think my product is different and offers more value than others. So yes, I offer complete Instagram and Facebook chat support with my students. Zach can probably testify to this. Is he messages me when he has a question. I I answer as fast as I can. Now there's times where I can't answer within 20 minutes or maybe a couple hours, but I answer as quick as I can to the question that you have, and then we go about it that way. And that comes with the course. And come December 2nd, that will be a little bit different. It's not going to be unlimited mentorship. It's going to be kind of limited to 1 month, unless you get a certain package. That's $1,000, then it's unlimited, and then it comes with 2 coaching calls. So right now I don't do coaching calls. They just, if I offered coaching calls, they just, I wouldn't be able to run my business. That would be basically my business would be coaching calls, and it's just too much time for me. So I try to, and that's kind of the reason why I'm changing and increasing the prices December 2nd is I want to, when I say I offer something, I want to live up to that. And if I can't meet that and I can't deliver what I'm offering, then that makes no sense. There's people that claim that they're going to have unlimited mentorship and they're going to basically be your best friend, yet they have 2, 3, 5, 10,000 students. Yeah, there's no way. So just be careful about that. I won't even get into that topic, but I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about. Can we review my question? What was your question, Taylor? Drop it down. It's just like scrolling down, and some questions are getting lost. Trevin, what is the main reason for 95, 97% sellers fail on Amazon? I'm not sure the statistic on failing, but you look at any business in general, like you go launching your own restaurant, what's the failure rate? It's probably higher than Amazon. You going and launching an attorney firm or a contracting business, a construction business, a tech company, dude, companies are failing every single day. Hundreds of thousands of people are failing every single day. That's just the reality. People are going to fail. And I failed, but I just picked myself back up and I just kept launching products. So the biggest reason people fail on Amazon is a few reasons. They don't know what the heck they're doing. They just go kind of like when I launched, I just started launching random products, and when it didn't stick, they're like, "Oh, this is a scam. It doesn't work." So if you don't know what you're doing, yeah, you're probably going to fail. Yeah, there's people that get lucky and do succeed, but it just depends. And I mean, yeah, you could get lucky and succeed, but that's a reason people fail. Another reason people fail is they don't treat it like a business. They just treat it as a hobby. And yeah, it can be a really good side hustle, but a side hustle still means you're dedicating time to it. And a lot of times people, they start selling and then they launch one product and it does really good. And they didn't take the time to launch a second or third product. And after that first product has been selling for 6 months pretty good, it starts to slowly go down. And then after 7 months, they lose motivation to launch another, or they're like, oh, well, it didn't go as good as I thought. And then they just they fail that way. So there's a lot of reasons people fail. um, that's why I have the channel as well, is to try to help people not fail, try to provide as much value as possible to get you guys on the right track. um, do you do seasonal products? Honestly, that it's a good question. Seasonal products in terms of like Halloween, for example, I wouldn't do because that's such a short season. But if you're talking about like a summer product that sells from March to September, I'll totally do a product like that, because that still sells for a long time. Um, and even though it sells better in the summer, it probably still will sell during the winter, just not as good. Where like a Halloween product, you're not selling that except for the 30 days of October, the 31, yeah, like 25 days of October. Um, so that's my kind of perspective on seasonal products. Weekly set date, so even more people can jump on your live feed. Yeah, maybe I should do a set time. Would like a Sunday evening or like a Monday night. Um, what would be the best day? And maybe I'll do like a poll on Instagram and in the Facebook group to see what day would be best. Give a discount code. Um, I have discount codes for Helium 10. It's AMZ Champions 50. And then also I have a link that directly just goes to that. What would you what would be the most important thing you'd want to tell if someone was just starting? That's a really good question. And the biggest thing, and what I tell people, and I told my brother this, is just don't be afraid of that first product. Just launch the first product and get going. Obviously, don't just throw money at some random product. Obviously, take the time to understand the process, kind of the basics. You need to understand what you can and can't sell. That's huge. That's what I tell someone just starting. Make sure you know what you can and can't sell. There's a lot of restricted products, gated categories. Dangerous goods is another product that you can't sell. So understand that. And then just launch a product, get a feel for it. And the second time around, maybe that first one does well, but that second time around, it will become easier and easier and easier. And by the time fifth, the sixth, seventh product, you'll have one that hits, and it just becomes a lot easier as you just launch products. So, most important thing is get started, understand what you can and can't sell, and just go for it. Um, get some help. I mean, if there's certain people that do like doing things on their own with that satisfaction of I want to just do it myself. You can absolutely do it that way. Um, and it's just you may run into problems that you could have avoided by getting help, for example. So um, you can get help, get going, and just get that first product under your belt. I have 2 products I sell that I would like to package into a single sale. How do I do this without risking customers returning only one part of the sale and getting a refund and keeping the second part? Um, you need to have your supplier package them together and create a listing, or maybe instead of, you can change this listing, maybe sell out of your inventory and then update it to like a 2-pack and that they sell together, so that when they order the product it comes as like a bundle, and they either return the entire bundle, or they keep it. They can't just return one or the other. I don't know if I understood that correctly, but you want to have your supplier package those together, so that when it gets to Amazon, it's basically one product, even though it's like 2 products. It's just Amazon considers it as one product. It's just 2 products in one. But have your supplier do that. There's not really any other way. You can't have Amazon package your products together for you. Give him time. He will get back to you. Did someone ask me something that I missed? I had, let's see. Weekly set, bro. Man, this is jumping all over the place. Sorry, I'm scrolling through trying to figure out where the heck I'm at. Do you put your brand on a trial product? To put it on like a trial product, that's basically ordering a low, like 100, 200, 300 units to see if it sticks. And if it does well, then that's where you need to order like 500, 1,000 units. But yeah, you can do that to test that out. But again, the lead time is key. If the lead time is super long and you order 100 units and you sell out really quick, you say you sell out in 2 weeks and you made that order a week into selling, you're out of stock for almost 2 months. So just be careful about that. Everyone, we all need to like this video, in my opinion. Top mentor, you're the man. Like the video. We got 28. We got 79 people watching it. I appreciate you guys jumping on. You should do Q&A at least once a week. Do you ever do FB lives? I don't do Facebook lives. I could, but I prefer YouTube. It's just kind of my preferred platform. It's my favorite to be like engaged and to produce content. Facebook is good to kind of build a community, ask questions, and people can respond via like just chat and help that way. But Facebook, in terms of like going live, YouTube in terms of going live is what I like best. Although I haven't gone live all that much. This is my second one, so what do I know? Have you sold clothing or items with multiple variations, and what was your valuation? Clothing, I haven't sold. I've looked into it, and I have a product in mind. But the thing that's stopping me is with clothing, you have to order sizes. So let's say I'm selling these hoodies. Um, you have to order extra small, small, medium, large, extra large, double X, triple X, and so that's what, 8. And then on top of that, and you have white, black, green, blue, green, red. You have 8 different colors. So you have a total of 16 different products, and you have to order, let's say, 100 or 200 of each. And that's a lot of money. Some variations are going to sell quicker than others. More people are going to need a size small than a triple X. So variations in that sense can be difficult just because you're managing more inventory, and certain sizes and colors are going to sell better than others. Now, variations, I do have variations and they do really well, but they're a little bit different variations than like for example, clothing. It's more like instead of ordering, for example, like deodorant, you can buy one, or you can buy a 2-pack, a 3-pack, or a 5-pack, or 6-pack. Someone may just love that deodorant and want to buy a 6-pack and just buy it all at once so that they don't have to buy it every single 6 weeks. So depending on the product, you can structure it a little bit differently for the variations, and variations can be very powerful if you do it properly. Have you sold? I just talked about one. How much do you make through the Helium 10 affiliate program? It's honestly going. It's going really well. Not quite 5 figures, but hopefully we'll just continue to grow it. And I mean, it's a good source of income, and it's been a super awesome experience promoting it. It didn't happen overnight. I mean, my first month, it was like I made like $50 or something, and it's just slowly grown through that. Um, and I appreciate you guys if you use my affiliate links. It honestly means a lot to me. Um, I'm trying to help you out. I'm trying to get you a discount, and yes, I get a little kickback from it. It's not a huge kickback, but I mean, every little dollar counts, and it helps me make these videos, and it makes it worth making these videos and going live and helping you guys. So that's why I do that, and I appreciate you guys if you use the affiliate links. Let's see. How do I know where to tell my supplier to ship the products to? Does Amazon tell you all the warehouses when you create a shipping plan on Seller Central? So yeah, I actually have a YouTube video on how to create a shipping plan. It takes you literally through the entire process. A lot of people talking about shipping plans, they have everything blurred out. I don't have anything blurred out. It takes you 100% through the process, step by step. Search it on YouTube, Trevin Peterson, create a shipping plan. It'll come right up, and it's one of my most successful videos, and people have really, really liked it. So check out that, and it will take you through that process. How do you really know when the product is good enough to start? I kind of touched on this, the checklist, the demand of the product, the competition of the product, can you be different, and the profit margins. If you can get those 4 things checked off the list, you have a really good product. For live streams, maybe one open for YouTube subs and another for just your students. That's more in-depth Q&A. I've thought about maybe doing like a specific Q&A just for students instead of like instead of doing like a YouTube live. So maybe like a YouTube live once a month for subscribers, and then for students, we could do something that's like once a week or once every 2 weeks. And that's more specific for the students. I like that idea. Hey, Carly, all good. Sorry, just helping others. Hey, everyone. Hello. Let's see. Hey, Trevin, in first product research stage, a little hesitant about stats as we are in the middle of high numbers because of the holidays. As a beginner, I'm afraid numbers will be skewed. Any advice? That's honestly something to look at. Like for example, my brother sent me a product idea, and it was like Christmas pillows. And I'm like, first, it's too late. And yeah, the demand of that product is being searched like 100,000 times plus. But come January, that's probably going to be searched like 20 times a month. So kind of have a feel for the product that you're looking at. If it's super seasonal and it's just like specifically for Christmas or for Thanksgiving or for like a gift, then that, yeah, the numbers will be skewed. But if it's uh, like, for example, like a fishing product or a GoPro mount, for example, I'm just kind of looking at what's on my desk, or like a cooler. Yes, I do have a cooler on my desk. It's just chilling there. But those products are in demand year round. People are always using GoPro mounts. People are always using like a little bag or a little cooler. And yeah, the numbers will be a little skewed, but people will still be searching that product January, February, March, April, May, and throughout the rest of the year. So yeah, you can. The numbers will be a little inflated, but again, have a feel for the product that you're actually selling. Greetings from France. Everyone just woke up, and cool to see you, Trevin. Well, good morning. Buenos dias. Bon dia. Is that in French? Bon dia. I don't know. One more question. Do you have any other business investments outside of Amazon FBA, say real estate? Yes, I do have quite a bit of investment, quite a bit of money in different things. One of my biggest investment is in Bitcoin. So last year, I put a really big chunk of money into Bitcoin, and it's gone extremely well. And the cool thing about this investment is not only do I get payouts on Bitcoin going up, but I get a commission and a percentage because of the company that I invested with. So that's an investment, and maybe I'll talk about that later. I haven't really brought up Bitcoin all that much because I'm just kind of getting a feel for it. And then I also have a big investment in Forex, where this guy is basically trading my money for me, and that's going really well. So yeah, I have other investments, and some are a lot riskier than others, but some of them I'm getting like 10% plus returns a month. Where like in real estate, for example, people are shooting for like 9% a year, and so I've just kind of been a little bit more aggressive. And yeah, real estate maybe down the road. And we've thought about like renting out our place, like our house, once we move, but doing the math and adding it up and taking the time to get a tenant, to get people renting it, to fix problems if something does go wrong. If a tenant doesn't pay and we have to get them out of the house and get someone else, it's just a lot of work. And for me, I'm trying to not take on investments that take my time. I want investments that it's literally 100% passive. I give them the money and I get a check every single month. So that's kind of the investments that I'm doing right now. How do you liquidate a product that isn't selling very good? Gosh, it just jumped on me. Shoot. Um, how do you liquidate a product that isn't selling very good? I don't want to be charged long-term storage fees. So they just released a new thing called outlet deals. You can try an outlet deal if you qualify. Trying a lightning deal to try to get out inventory, marking down your price, putting coupon codes, running PPC, uh, creating a removal order, and trying to sell it on other platforms like eBay, Facebook Marketplace, Mercari, Etsy. That would be the best way to liquidate, is either just discounting it or sending it back to your house and then trying to sell it on other platforms. What is the MOQ that you would recommend for my very first product? It depends on the product, and it depends how much money you have. It could be anywhere from 200 units to 500, 1,000 units. Do I need to open a separate seller account for Amazon Seller? Yes. So if you have like just like a, like you buy like your actual like Amazon account where you're like buying products, you can use that same email and just create it's called a Seller Central account, where you actually become a seller. So you have like your actual shopping account, and then you have a seller account. You can, they can be the same thing, same email. It's just the seller account, they ask you for certain information, tax information, business information, credit card information, and bank information, things like that. We've been going for over an hour. I'm about to wrap it up. I know the questions are coming in, so I'm going to try to answer a little bit more. I hope you guys have enjoyed this. and I'll look at maybe seeing what I can do, how often I can do these live streams. I mean, it's fun to answer questions, and for me, I literally drink, bleed, sweat, sleep Amazon. That's my life. It's not a second goes by where I'm not thinking about my Amazon business or potential products to sell. It's just it's a fun process. All right, let's see. Sometimes the suppliers will offer the higher quote, and we will need the professional forwarder shipping company. That was something different. I have a slow moving product, and the excess inventory is killing me. Suggestions: should I do a bulk removal order and leave a few in inventory? That's probably what I would recommend. Um, is do like create a removal order real quick, and then try to maybe sell it on other platforms. That's what I've done, just so you don't get stacked up on storage fees. When you started the Amazon business, did you start a new bank account for it, or you use your personal and then migrate the business to a bank account after it started taking off? I'm just relaxing now. I'm getting tired. um, let's see. So what on a bank account, I opened up a business account just to kind of have things separate. Um, I would recommend doing that. Now you don't need to, and you can always switch it down the road. But for me, trying to separate my expenses and my business separate from my personal, it worked out better that way. And then when it's kind of in your personal, it's easier to spend. And when it's in a business, you're like, okay, this is for the business. This is personal, so it's just separate. Let's see. Thanks for answering the questions. Yeah, of course. Trevin, your knowledge is incredible. Please try to produce a live stream per week. I think the watching audiences will reach 1,000 soon. That would be awesome if we got 1,000 people on here. 76 is good. I think we got up to like 80 something. Yesterday we had like a steady like 25, 30, but I didn't tell anyone I was going live. I just jumped on. So hopefully you guys enjoy these. And I appreciate all your guys' support. I'll include the links to Helium 10. If you guys don't have Helium 10, make sure to get that. Make sure to take advantage of my coupon code. Again, the course price is going up December 2nd. So if you guys want in, get in before December 2nd. You can save a bunch of money, and the offer is just a lot better. The Facebook group, the affiliate program, we'll look at. And yeah, we'll figure out when we can do these live streams, whether I do one a month for subscribers and then like one a week for students. Not sure what we'll do, but we'll figure something out. Can you imagine the live chat of the video was at 1,000 viewers? Yeah, so right now you guys are getting all your questions answered. If it was at 1,000 views, I wouldn't be able to answer all the questions. So, hey, bro, great content. Do you think Black Friday is a good day to launch? It could be a good day, depending on your product. I mean, people are just shopping like crazy, so yeah, it could be a good day. You could launch. What I probably would recommend is if your inventory is ready. Like I launched a product today, actually, as we speak. Hopefully, it goes good. This was like a gamble of a product. I was just like, I'm just gonna go for it because it's Black Friday, it's holiday season, and hope for the best. And actually, there's $633 for this product, so it wasn't super expensive, and I didn't order that many units. And I just basically ordered it because I was like, I'm just gonna give it a shot. So yeah, go ahead and launch your product. Can you please upload this as a video? So on these, when I hit end stream, it actually goes to my channel, and you can rewatch this. So yes, it's going to be uploaded. How much is the course price now? So it's $397 now, and it's going up. There's two options, one to $500 and then the other to $1,000. So just depending on the course option that you select. So you're saving basically with what I'm offering right now to the $1,000 one. It's like $600 you're saving. So yeah, it's a big saving. But I'm gonna wrap this up. Thank you guys for watching. Subscribe. Make sure to join the Facebook group. Reach out to me on Instagram. I love hearing you guys. Also, people that are succeeding, having success. I love hearing from you guys. Like when I get messages of people sharing me their results, their sales. That's what motivates me, and that's what keeps me going. So I'd love hearing from you. So reach out to me on Facebook or Instagram. Instagram is the easiest way for me to communicate. So, like with my students, it's best for me to communicate with them on Instagram because I can kind of flag them and I know that they're top priority. Where on Facebook, sometimes they get lost in the other messages. So, Instagram is one of the best ways to reach out to me, and I probably respond the quickest on Instagram. Do you recommend getting a trademark? This is the last question before launching a product. You can, but I probably wouldn't spend the money until you know that the product is going well. And if the product starts going well, then I'd probably get that trademark filed ASAP. So, Travis started a product, was doing 50K a month, and hijackers killed it. Yeah, hijackers, man, they suck. I actually have one on my listing as we speak, and it's dumb. Brand registry's being garbage, but we're fixing it, and yeah. So trademarks are super important, and again, thank you, and we will see you guys in the next live stream.